Hello dear children. Today we will be starting a new chapter, polynomials. The second unit there is polynomials. Now before coming to polynomials, let us go back to class 6. In class 6, you have learned about a branch of mathematics which deals with numbers, operations and letters of English alphabet. What is that branch of mathematics known as? Yes, it is algebra. So algebra is a branch of mathematics which deals with letters, numbers and mathematical operations. Now when you put together these letters, numbers and mathematical operations together, you get what is known as an expression. This we have learned in class 6 as well as 7. In 8 also we have learned lot about these expressions. So what are expressions? Expressions are formed when you put letters of English alphabet, numbers as well as mathematical operations together. When you put, you will get expressions. Now while expressions are being formed, how actually is an expression formed? Or what are the components in an expression? See, expression, when we say, there are different expressions, isn't it? When you smile, that is one expression. When you show a shrewd face, that is an expression. But here we are concerned with mathematical expressions. Now let us see the components of an expression. How is an expression formed? Expression is formed from what? We have seen it is formed by putting numbers, this letters and mathematical operations together. But one question please. See, the letters what we use, we call them as variables. Why do we call them as variables? Because it can take any value depending upon the situation. See, if you take the number, say 3, the value of this number 3 remains the same wherever it is. Whether I am standing here and say 3 means the value of 3 is 3 itself. I go to the next room and then say 3, there also value of 3 is same. I go to Delhi and then say 3, the value of 3 is the same. Anywhere I go, the value of the number remains the same. But if you take a letter, suppose I take X, I say now the value of X is 5. Later I may say the value of X is 10 or 25 or minus 1. That means the value of X goes on changing depending upon our need. Now I will say it is 5, later I will say it is minus 1 or I will say it is 2. So depending upon the situation, it can change its value or the value varies. That is why it is called as a variable. So you can use any letter and we call it as a variable. You can use, normally what we use is X, Y, Z, A, B and all. Within that our limit, I think we limit ourselves to these variables. You can use any letter and that we call it as a variable. So letters, that is variables, numbers and mathematical operations together form expressions. Okay, now how are these put together? Or when you put together a number and an expression and what operation, what do you get there? Or to be more precise, let me give an expression. So suppose I say 3x square plus 4x. Is this an expression? Of course this is an expression. Now this expression, how you are getting this expression? You are having terms. Each of this is called as a term. So terms put together, we get an expression. Now how are these terms formed? How is this term formed? This term, you can divide it. How is it formed? It is formed by multiplying 3 with x again. How is this term formed? It is formed by multiplying 4 with x. So you are having an operation, a number and a variable. So everywhere it is so. So what do you call these as? These are called as factors. All this we have learned in class 7, 8 and all, and just revising only, just going through what we have learned only. So expressions are formed from terms. Terms put together will form an expression. And factors, when you put together, you get a term. Now coming to factors again, what do you call the numerical factor in a term? In each term, what is a numerical factor called as? Yes, it is called as the coefficient. Numerical coefficient, or we simply say it as a coefficient. So 3 is the coefficient of the term 3x square. Here 4 is the coefficient of 4x, the term 4x. Now suppose you are having, say, minus 3x square y. Is this an expression? This is an expression. It is having only one term. What are the factors here? The factors are minus 3x, x and y. These are the factors. Now suppose I ask, what is the numerical coefficient of minus 3x square y? So numerical coefficient means it is the number factor. The number factor of a particular term is called its numerical coefficient, or simply we say it as a coefficient. So what is the coefficient here? Minus 3. Now suppose I ask, what is the coefficient of x square? Of the variable x square. What is the coefficient of the variable x square? In that case, what is the coefficient? How do you find the coefficient? All the other factors other than x square. So all factors other than x square will be the coefficient of x square. So what is the coefficient of x square here? Minus 3y. What is the coefficient of y here? Coefficient of y means all the other factors other than y. So what is the coefficient here? Minus 3x square. So this is about coefficient. This we have already learned. So simply if you say coefficient means it is a numerical coefficient. If I am saying, stressing it and saying what is the coefficient of a particular variable means it is apart from that variable the remaining. Apart from that variable, whatever is remaining, that will be the coefficient of that particular variable. Say one more example give you. Suppose you are having, say, 4xyz square. What is the coefficient of y here? Coefficient of y means all the other factors other than y. So it will be 4xz square. What is the coefficient of z square? 4xy. What is the coefficient of x? 4yz square. And what is the coefficient of this particular term? Of the term 4xyz square, what is the coefficient? There it means the numerical coefficient. So what is that? 4. So that is regarding the coefficient. So we have learned what is an expression, what is a term, what are factors, and then we have seen about coefficients. Now we will be coming to our concept of polynomials. A polynomial is an expression where the power of the variable is a positive integer, or you can say it is a whole number. What is a polynomial? A polynomial is a mathematical expression where the power of the variable is a positive integer, or you can say it as a whole number. Suppose I take, say, 4xy plus 3x. Supposing I am taking, this is an expression. This is an expression having which all variables? It is having x as well as y. So this is an expression. Now here the power of the variable should be what? A positive integer. What is the power of the variable here? If you take x, what is the power? The power of x is 1. This is actually x raised to 1. That is x. What is the power of y? It is also 1. Here also what is the power of x? It is x. So this you call it as a polynomial. One more example I gave you. Suppose it is, say, minus 4x square. Minus 4x square. See, I told you for polynomial, what is the condition? The power of the variable. Variable should be a positive integer. So minus 4x square, the power is a positive integer. So this is a polynomial. Is it clear? So what is definition for a polynomial? A polynomial is a mathematical expression where the power of the variable is a positive integer, or you can say a whole number. It is a whole number. Supposing I take, say, 1 by x square. 1 by x square. Is this a polynomial? Now when you look like this, x square, okay, it is 2. It is a whole number or it is a positive integer. The power is positive integer. So this may be a polynomial, you may be thinking. But actually this is not a polynomial. Why this is not a polynomial? 1 by x square. Go back to the properties what we have learned. Real numbers property. Or that laws. Go to the law of exponents. There we have learned. What we have learned? A raised to minus n is 1 by a raised to n. So taking that into consideration, what is actually 1 by x square? If you go along this rule, 1 by x square is same as x raised to minus 2. So see the power here. Here the power is a negative integer. It is not a whole number. So 1 by x square is not a polynomial. Now another one example I will give you. Suppose you are taking, say, root of x plus 1. Root of x plus 1. Is this a polynomial? Just think it over. Is this a polynomial? We may think, yes, root x plus 1. Nowhere that negative sign is coming. So it may be a polynomial. But it is not a polynomial. Why? What is root x? Square root of x. Again go back to the same. Square root of a is what? Square root of a can be written as a raised to 1 by 2. Exponents law of exponents there. Root of a or square root of a is a raised to 1 by 2. So how will you write this root x as? It will be x raised to 1 by 2 plus 1. Now look at the power of x. What is it? Is it a whole number? Is it a positive integer? No, it is a fraction. So root of x plus 1 is not a polynomial. One more example I will give you. Suppose it is, say, root 2 x plus 3. Root 2x. Root 2 multiplied by x. Root 2x plus 3. Is this a polynomial? This is a polynomial. Why? The power of x. We are not concerned about this root 2. The number we are not at all concerned. We are only concerned with the variable's power. So here what is the power of x? X raised to 1. X is x raised to 1. So the power is a positive integer. So root 2x plus 3 is a polynomial. Suppose it is given, say, root of 2x, the whole root. The root is over 2 and x. Will this be a polynomial? Plus x, suppose I am writing. Will this be a polynomial? This will not be a polynomial. Why? The whole root, the root of 2x. What is that? Using this form, this will be 2x the whole raised to 1 by 2 plus x. So here the power is a fraction. Even though the power over here is a whole number, the power here is a fraction. So taking together, it is not a polynomial. So understood how we can differentiate an expression by whether it is a polynomial or not. Is it clear? So a polynomial is a mathematical expression where the power of the variable is a positive integer or it is a whole number. You can even say a whole number. Now supposing I write, say, 4. I write 4. Is 4 a polynomial? It is only a number. There is no variable over there. It is only a number. So you may think it is not a polynomial. But it is a polynomial. Why it is a polynomial? 4 can be written as 4 into x raised to 0. What is x raised to 0? Any number raised to 0 is 1. So 4 can be written as 4 into 1. And this 1 I am writing it as x raised to 0. So 4 into x raised to 0 is 4 itself. Now see the power of the variable. What is the power there? 0. Is it an integer? Yes, it is an integer. 0 is a whole number. It is an integer. So 4 is also a polynomial. And we call these numbers as constant polynomials. What do you call them as? Constant polynomials, because they are numbers, constant. They are not changing at all. They are called as, so if you take 15, 15 is a constant polynomial. We call it as a constant polynomial. Now suppose you take 0. You are taking 0. Is 0 a polynomial? Of course, 0 is also a polynomial. How? Same pattern. 0 into 1. 0 into 1 is 0 only. So this 1 we can write it as 0 into x raised to 0. X raised to 0, the power of x is positive. Positive integer. So 0 is also a polynomial. And we call 0 as 0 polynomial. This is constant polynomial and 0 is called as a 0 polynomial. 0 polynomial. It's not 0 of polynomial, 0 polynomial. So 4 or 5 or 10, 25, 100, if you simply write as a number, it is called as a constant polynomial. And 0 is called as a 0 polynomial. And we represent polynomial as, say, a p in bracket x. We read this as p of x. P of x means it is a polynomial in the variable x. So there will be only one variable. That particular polynomial will be having only one variable. Say for example, I will give, say, minus 4x square plus 3x plus 2. Take this expression. Here we are having only one variable. Which variable? X. So this is a variable, this is a polynomial in the variable x. So you can write it as p of x equals minus 4x square plus 3x plus 2. Or this is a polynomial in the variable x. So what does this p of x denote? It is a polynomial in the variable x. Is it clear? Suppose I write, say, p of y. P of y means it is a polynomial in the variable y. One example we can take, say, minus 2y square plus 6. That is a polynomial in which variable? In variable y. So p of y is equal to, we are writing this. So it is a polynomial in the variable y. So have you understood? So you can have polynomials with one variable. More than one variables also you can have. Sometimes you get an expression where you are having, like earlier we have seen, where we are having x, y, z and all. So that is also a polynomial, but in more than one variable. Here all these are polynomials in single variables. Now coming to the terms. See, we have seen that expressions are made up of terms. Terms put together will give up expressions. So polynomials also, it is an expression. So it is also made up of terms. So based on the number of terms, the polynomial will be given some specific names. So if there is only one term, we call it as a monomial. What is it called as? Monomial. So a monomial is a polynomial in having one term. One example, say 4x square or 3x or y, or say even 6 if you take. It's a constant polynomial having only one term. What is a term? Only term 6. So all these are called monomials. Monomial means a polynomial having only one term. Now a polynomial having two terms is called as a binomial. Bi means two. So binomial means two. Mono is single. One, mono. Bi means two. So binomial. Let us take one example for a binomial. Say minus 3y plus 2. How many terms are there? Two terms. Which are the terms? Minus 3y and plus 2. So it is a binomial. Now if you have a expression with three terms, or a polynomial with 3 terms, we call it as a trinomial. Trinomial. Tri means 3. So mono 1, bi 2, tri 3. So trinomial means you will be having 3 terms in that. So let us take say minus 4x square plus x minus 2. This is a trinomial. So have you understood the classification of polynomials based on the number of terms? Monomial, binomial, trinomial, and after that we may call generally as a polynomial. A polynomial can have any number, n number of terms. But specifically if it is having 1, 2 or 3, we may give some names for it. What is that? Monomial, binomial and trinomial, depending upon whether it is having 1, 2 or 3 terms. Is that clear? Okay. Now let us consider an expression, okay, or a polynomial. Say p of x is equal to, say, minus 3x raised to 5 plus 4x square plus 3x cube minus x plus 6. It's a big one. It's a big expression, or it's a big polynomial. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms are there. We don't have any specific name for it. We just call it as a polynomial. So it is in which variable? In the variable x. That is why I have given p of x. So p of x equals minus 3x raised to 5 plus 4x square plus 3x. Okay, let us take 3x cube. 3x cube minus x plus 6. Now this is a polynomial. Now when you look into this polynomial, we are having varying powers for the variable. The variable has got varying powers. Here what is the power of x? It is 5. Here what is the power? 2. Here what is the power? 3. Here what is the power? 1. And what is the power over here? 0. X raised to 0. So this polynomial has got the variable with varying powers. Of this, the greatest power, whichever is the highest, which among this is the highest power of variable x? 5. That is called as degree of the polynomial. So what is degree of the polynomial? The highest power of the variable in a polynomial. So given a polynomial, you will see what is the highest power of the variable. That will be the degree of the polynomial. So what is the degree of this particular polynomial? 5. Suppose I am giving say 8x raised to 6 plus 3x raised to 7 plus 4x square plus 2x, something like this. I am giving a polynomial in the variable x, p of x. What is the degree of this? Degree is the highest power of the variable. Which is the highest power over here? 7. So 7 is the degree of this particular polynomial. Is it clear? So what is degree of a polynomial? The highest power of the variable is called the degree of the polynomial. Now based on the degree of a polynomial also, we can classify polynomials into different forms. If it has got a degree 1, that is the highest power is only 1, then we call it as a linear polynomial. What is it called as? Linear polynomial. See, in class 8 and 7 you have learned about linear equations. You remember? Linear equations. What is a linear equation? Just give an example for a linear equation. Say 3x plus 6. It is a linear equation. Look at the power of x here. The power is 1, and that is the highest power also. The highest power of the variable x is 1. So if the power is 1, that is the degree is 1, the highest power is 1, we call it as a degree. So if the degree of the polynomial is 1, you call it as a linear polynomial. So if it is 2, the highest degree is 2, we call it as a quadratic, Q-U-A-D-R-A-T-I-C, a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic means a polynomial whose degree is 2. Degree means highest power is 2. Let us take one example for a quadratic polynomial. You can take it as say minus 3x square plus 2x plus 3. This is a quadratic polynomial. Why? The highest power of the variable is 2. And that we call it as degree. So if degree is 2, it is a quadratic polynomial. Now if degree is 3, that is the highest power is 3, we call it as a cubic polynomial. What do you call it as? A cubic polynomial. Example for a cubic polynomial, I can say 3x cube. 3x cube is a cubic polynomial. Why? The degree is 3. The highest power is of the variable is 3. Now one more example. This we can call it as, by two names we can call it as. See, based upon number of terms, this will be a what type? It's a binomial. So based on the degree, it is a linear. So it is a linear binomial polynomial, or binomial we can say. Again, we don't say polynomial, a linear binomial. This how you can call? It is having how many terms? 3 terms are there. It is a quadratic polynomial. So you can call it as a trinomial or quadratic trinomial. What is this? It is having only one term. So it is a cubic monomial. Even that you can call. So understood what is degree? So let us just put in a nutshell what we have learned today. We have learned what a polynomial is. What is a polynomial? A polynomial is a mathematical expression where the power of the variable is a whole number, or you can say it as a positive integer. Then we have seen how to represent a polynomial. Polynomials can be in any number of variables. If in a particular variable, how do you represent it as? P of that particular variable. P of x means it is a polynomial in the variable x. Then we have seen how to find whether it is a polynomial or not. We have seen many examples over there. Root of x is not a polynomial. Why? Root of x is x raised to 1 by 2, which means the power is a fraction. So it is not a polynomial. Then 1 by x also is not a polynomial because it is x raised to minus 1. So all those examples we have seen. Then we have seen about constant polynomial. What is a constant polynomial? Any number can be taken as a constant polynomial. 4, 5, 10, 25, 100. All these are constant polynomials. What is zero polynomial? 0 is called as zero polynomial. Then we have seen that expressions are made from terms. So based upon the terms, polynomials are classified as monomials, binomials and trinomials depending upon how many terms are there. 1 term monomial, 2 terms binomial, 3 terms trinomial, and in general we call it as a polynomial. Now coming to degree. What is degree? The highest power of the variable in a polynomial. In a particular polynomial, what is the highest power of the variable is called its degree. So based on degree, polynomials can be classified as linear, quadratic and cubic. Linear means having a power 1. That is maximum power is 1 only. Quadratic means degree is 2 and cubic means degree is 3. Now again further it is there, you can find out what do you call a polynomial of degree 4. That is left to you, you may find out. Find out some that you will come across somewhere. So you just suppose I am giving it to you for finding it out. What do you call a polynomial of degree 4? So is that clear for you? The whole portion. This is just an introduction for polynomials. Okay. Thank you children.